here are the first announcements that I want to get into because if this is all true and we have a bunch of videos that are going to piece this together, we could be seeing some drastic changes to Canada.
Intensified talks on an economic and security.
Very dynamic situation. We've been engaging with our friends.
Our friends in the United
We've talked to different.
Canadian Industry Minister Melanie Joly confirmed there had been high-level talks underway. Details have yet to be made public. Trump is expected to land here in Alberta for the G7 summit on Sunday.
What a shift in tone when you compare it to what they said during the election. He had said that their economic and security relationship had changed and we weren't going back to what we were before. I guess he was technically telling the truth because if the information that's coming out is true, we are going to be more involved with the United States than ever, and this could be against Canadian wishes. But the economic stuff that's coming out, just seeing this. So first of all, we're taking on the U.S., elbows up. We just met with our friends from the U.S. and we're going to make sure that we are meeting with them. French guy, and we're going to get into Quebec being a problem shortly. But look at what information's coming out now about these trade deals. Yes, it's high-level talks, but we know these deals have to get done. And when I get into the details,
talks between Canada and the U.S., they have now gotten to a point that a document outlining a potential agreement has been shared back and forth by officials in Ottawa and Washington. That is according to three sources with direct knowledge of the information who've spoken with either me or with my colleagues at Radio Canada. Now, sources are making it extremely clear a deal is not imminent and there's more work that needs to be done and that they're not expecting an agreement before the G7 summit next week. But we have learned a little bit about what's in this document. According to one source, it includes a commitment from Canada to participate in the Golden Dome missile defense strategy. That is a controversial proposal from U.S. President Donald Trump that could end up costing hundreds of billions of dollars and take years to develop.
So again, the Golden Dome, we've talked about it in a few videos now. Right now, it has 67% of Canadians saying they don't want to get involved with the Golden Dome. I do. I think us building a security relationship with America is a good thing, and I think it would only help both nations. But the fact is, Carney's going against Canadians' wishes, and he's the one who said these relationships have changed. No, we're not going back to where we were before. Yeah, again, he's certainly not, I guess.
It also highlights Canada's recent commitment to meeting its NATO defense spending targets, Canada's plan to make further security investments in the Arctic, and the previously announced measures to highlight border security. Now,
speaking of border security and how they're going to be changing the economic accounting when it comes to, let's call it creative accounting that they're going to do. And like I said, with them giving the Canada Post the sweeping powers, them being able to file it under, national security, I think we're going to see Canada Post reach a deal sooner rather than later, and that money's going to come from the defense spending. But here's what I wanted to get into, because yes, these documents are being shared around. And again, if this information is true, we could be seeing a change that we've never seen before in the relationship between Canada and the U.S. Look at this setup here. Tariffs were meant to force manufacturers to set up shop in the United States, but they were also stunting investment in the mining of these critical elements in Canada. So Canadian negotiators are using the national security imperative to get them lifted. Okay, very, very interesting. Flavio Volpe, head of Canada's Association of Auto Parts Manufacturers, notes that the White House wants to repatriate manufacturing, but they don't get to repatriate resources. Oh, really? Because people briefed on the negotiations say the United States would be guaranteed first right of refusal on Canadian resources. That's huge. If they are guaranteed first right of refusal on Canadian resources, yeah, I think that would be tying our economy together, tying the security relationship together a lot more than it was previously. And again, on the channel this whole time, I've been a pro-America guy because I think Canada and America should